2 months has passed since the release of my sound pack for the Expedition mod. Perhaps you might have wondered what I've been up to during this time. Well, I was looking through the internet to find sources of sound effects that will help to embellish AoTTG and AoTTG2 subsequently. In this video, I'll be showcasing 5 proposals for new sound effects. These include running, aiming and shooting as the AHSS, reloading as the AHSS when there are no rounds left, reloading as the AHSS when there are rounds left, refueling at the gas station. Before we begin, I would like to provide a disclaimer. The following example might give the impression that I'm able to code these sound effects into the game. This is not true. On one hand because I do not know how to code, and on the other because I simply overlaid some game footage with the sound effects for the sake of proposing them. I hope that you enjoyed the showcase of each sound effects for each animation. I'd like to raise a few comments regarding the examples that I've showcased here. First of all, none of these sound effects, except for the running one, which I'm very proud of, would work in the current available version of the game, as there's no path between the animation and the sound file to tell the game to play the respective sound when a certain animation is performed. Additionally, I also need to do some additional testing to make sure that this running sound effect actually works in game. Let me know if you want this new sound by itself, or do you want it in a bundle with the rest. Although, the latter option will be a little bit weird because I'll be providing a new update to the sound pack, but there's only one sound that has been changed. Second, for the reloading sound effects, I'm not too sure if this is how it should sound like, especially the part when the character chambers a new round and when a spent round collides with the floor. If you have any ideas and suggestions, please write them in the comment below. Third, for the refueling sound effect, you might have noticed that the animation was a little bit different than the usual one. This is indeed the case, and your eyes are not lying to you, as it did in fact repeat a certain segment of the animation for the sake of increased immersivity. This is because in the original animation, the character simply fiddles with their right and left thigh for a fraction of a second, and is somehow able to load and secure 8 AHSS rounds, which are massive, so this is very unlikely. I thought it would be a lot more realistic if the character loads each round individually with an audio and video cue to match it up. This process, as shown in the example, is still very fast and shouldn't impede the gameplay too much. Perhaps this element could also be brought to blade users. Reloading each individual blade in a gas canister for the sake of increased immersion is something that could be discussed. In any case, this is it for me, and I'll see you very soon.